y'all, welcome back to FlyafterFifty, no spaces. I'm your Fly Doc D and I'm back with another video. Y'all, as you can see from the angle, this is going to be an eyeshadow video and also by the title. So in this video, I have all the eyeshadows that I have used in the month of November, and today, instead of just talking about them, I'm going to rank them. Ranking is hard. I don't like to do it, so I'll do it every once in a while. So this is me ranking the 20 plus eyeshadows I used in the month of November. Now, before I get started, I really like all these eyeshadow palettes. They all are good. They're all not, I'm not getting rid of any of these. They just have to fall in some line with the ranking. One month it could be different. If I rank the last one number 22, and that's how many palettes I use, 22. If I rank this one 22, it could be 11 or number 1 next week, depending on how I'm feeling. So it's a ranking, it's my opinion at this very moment in time. What else? Now, I do use a lot of eyeshadows because I'm at home right now. We're currently working, so I go through a lot of eyeshadows, either for looks. I may do one eyeshadow on one eye, and the other eye I have another eyeshadow. I may do one look for the morning, take it off, and do another one for the evening, just depending on how I'm feeling. So that's how I'm able to get through all these eyeshadows at this time. All of the eyeshadows are not on my channel. You will not see a video or anything on them, but you will see them on my Instagram. So I have an Instagram, FlyafterFifty, and I have another one for Meech the Fly Dog. Follow both of those channels and you'll see my eyeshadows that I do throughout the month. It's called my eyeshadow diary, so I'll just talk about them, show pics and whatnot, which are the pics that I'm going to be showing in this video as well. So if you don't want to wait to the end of the month or the beginning of the next month, you can always follow me on Instagram. All right, that's a long enough intro. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, I do have one honorable mention. So every month I just started doing this, but every month I'm going to reach into my singles and use something from them. Eyeshadows that I pulled out as far as singles goes to use this month were these purples. I have 2 from Loreal. This first one is Perpetual Purple. Here we go. You got to make sure you keep that stopper in there and make sure it's nice and tight, because it will dry out. This next one from Loreal is Smoldering Plum. And this next one is from Maybelline, and it is a Knockout. It is a purple as well. You just have to rub your finger in there so it can get more emollient and you can be able to apply it to your eyes. But I had no problem with it. And I have this the Super Shock Shadow from ColourPop and Seeker. I used this in my crease when I used it. So these are my honorable mentions for the month. They're not ranked, but they're still good things to use from time to time, especially if you have them in your collection and they're not getting used. Use them. So now coming in number 22. Number 22 is the BH Cosmetics Do Not Disturb palette. And here is what it looks like. It is a beautiful, like, just a colorful eyeshadow. So I use this to try some color because, you know, I'm a neutral lover at heart. I would never put any of these colors together, so I'm glad BH Cosmetics did it. This is before they went out of business or were bought by Makeup Revolution. It's a pretty color story and very good formula to play around with. And number 21 is another BH Cosmetics palette. Is the Blueberry Muffin palette. This is a beautiful blues. It's a beautiful blue color story. I like the blues, even though a full blue eyeshadow look is outside of my skills at the moment. But I like that it has cool and warm tones, and it's pretty and it's easy to use. This next eyeshadow palette is from Bethel Lane. It's their Spice Pressed Powder palette. I got this off of Amazon. Look into it. I saw Morgan Turner use it, so I figured I'd give it a try. The mattes and shimmers are okay. They're all light to mid-tone, so there's not really anything to darken it up for the Outer V. But I did like using this, and you can use it on its own or as an accent for another eyeshadow palette, like for the inner corner, your inner corner of your eye or something like that. It does have this glitter and this cream that is, you know, they don't do much. So those I don't like, but the rest of the palette is good to go. Very pigmented for being light to mid-tone colors. 19 and 18, we have Juvia's Places, the Rebel Mints and the Rebel Army. These are some lovely greens and mints. I use them by themselves and together. They have great shimmers and mattes. Perform well together or mix, like I just said. To go darker, the Outer V, you may need to bring something else in, but they are beautiful palettes. That's 19 and 18. All right, coming in at number, might be a glare here, but coming in at number 17 is the Editor palette Aspen by Ciate London. These are beautiful blues, greens, silvers, cool tone. I thought I was not going to like this, but it shocked me. It turned out so pretty. It's different, and it has different textures in here, and it's very pretty. Okay, coming in at number 16 is the Mirate palette by Melt. It has a pretty color story. I bought it when it re-released, so I didn't get it at first. I bought it when it re-released. It worked good. I really love the mattes, but the blue shimmers were not good at all. The cream shimmers was more powdery. This one here, it was more powdery, but these two here, they did not work well at all. So yeah, it's very beautiful, but it's just a shame that these shimmers here aren't shimmering like they should. Okay, coming in at number 15 is the Ace Beauty Tropical Vibes palette. I used it along with the Killer Purr. I did use it on one eye, and it is very nice. It is very matte heavy. I'm glad they released these separate shimmers to go along with it, but it's very nice. It was easy to use, and not overly shimmery or glittery, should I say. Very nice. Coming in at number 14, we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Romance palette. It's a nice like suede outer packaging. It is a pretty color story, but it's kind of like, this is dry. The texture on the shimmers and the mattes are dry. It's not the best palette I've gotten from ABH, but it's not the worst. It's just a little bit dry, but I do like the color story and the look I came up with. Number 13 is the Killer Purr palette from Menagerie. I use this, like I said, along with the Tropical Vibes palette. I really like the new additions they put into this palette, because you know they've re-released it to add and take out some of the colors. This is a very good color scheme, and nice and easy to use, and also not overly shimmery or glittery. I liked it. All right, coming in at number 12 is the Black Radiance Make It Black palette, which is the Brilliant Effects. This was so fun and easy to use and easy. It's very pigmented, easy to blend mattes. The shimmers are nice. Now this, I don't know if this one itself is still available, but they have the same color story in the blue packaging under Brilliant Effects. If you want to buy this one, it won't be in the black packaging, but it will be in that blue packaging for sale. Coming in at number 11 is the Huda Beauty Nude Rich palette. She has 3 different levels for this palette. So there's a medium and there's a light. This is the darkest one. I really don't like the pink tone eyeshadows. So, I mean, I have this, but I hadn't really used it. But I'm glad I did. I did a pretty matte look with this. And I really liked how these tones showed up on my eyes. Very nice. Coming in at number 10 is the Nabla Nude Cutie palette. This is a beautiful nude palette that can go gold or pinky or rose gold type of look. I really like it. The textures are a little different for the mattes, but they're more creamier, but they're still easy to use. I really like this, and I really like the look I came up with. All right, we're now in the top 10. Well, that last one was number 10. Now we're coming at number 9. Number 9 is the Melt Rust eyeshadow palette. Is a beautiful chocolatey, grungy palette. I came up with a beautiful chocolate look, and unlike the Merte palette, these shimmers work just fine for me. I love all the tones in here. It is really, really pretty. Some people still do complain about these shimmers, but I don't see anything wrong with them. But that Merte, yeah. But this one is really good. A good staple palette. All right, next up and coming in at number 8 is the DD Signature, the Classic Autumn palette. This is a beautiful palette, beautiful metallics, easy to use mattes. They are a little bit dry, but they still perform well. Just a pretty, pretty palette I enjoy using. I'm so glad the company came back. Now coming in at number 8 and number 7 are from Pat McGrath. These were among her holiday releases last year. This first one is called Bronze Bliss, and this is Nude Allure. Bronze Bliss is number 8. It is the goldish, bronzy eyeshadow palette that comes with just one black matte. It has 4 metallics and 1 black matte. It's very pigmented, perform well. It's just, you know, I can't do much with this black. I try. Like, I can't really blend that out too well in my crease. In my outer V, it's good, but for me, in my crease, no. Number 6 is Nude Allure. This is the pinkier of the two. It still only has one matte, but this is more usable for me than the black. But they're both beautiful. I love both of these palettes. It's just, you know, my skill level is improving, but it's not right there to use like this matte, but this black matte, but it'll get there. And there's nothing wrong with this, nothing wrong with the shimmers, nothing wrong with the mattes. As far as formula goes, I really like them. At 5 and 4, we have some more Pat McGrath palettes. These are Motherships. This is Mothership. Lord, I forgot to. Is this Mothership 2? I don't know. But I think this is Mothership 2. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't think I like Pat McGrath as much as I used to. You know, I mean, still pretty color stories, still banging shimmers. But, you know, they're still good. But I think I've just used so many good indie brands that they've stepped up, and we just need her to do maybe a little something different. When I use her shimmers, I have to spray them or they will give me fallout, but they're still nice. And the same with this one. I'm pretty sure this is Mothership 5. Beautiful, beautiful mattes, beautiful shimmers, beautiful metallics, beautiful astral shades. This is just where they fell. 5 and 4. I still love them. I still love Pat McGrath, but that's where they fell. So, yeah. Now we're at a top 3. Coming at number 3 is the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Rich Romantic Palette. It is a beautiful, beautiful, and indeed romantic eyeshadow palette. It has smooth mattes. They're a bit dry, but not in a bad way. Easy to use. The shimmers also easy to use. I was able to use this pink and orange in my crease, and it came out beautifully. I really love what Glaminatrix is doing. Very pretty. Coming in at number 2 is another really great indie brand. This is Cosmic Brushes. I believe they've changed the name to Cosmic Beauty now. But this is a beautiful, this is their take on spooky season. They say they think of purples. Just beautiful, beautiful palette. Mattes are top rate. The shimmers are top rate. I love this palette. It was so easy to use. Cosmic Brushes really have a hit formula or 2 hit formulas on their hand. Very, very pretty. All for me. This palette did it all for me this month. It was so easy to use. Great mattes, great shimmers, great color story. It's travel friendly. Shimmers stay where you place them. You don't even have to spray them. It just does it all for you. And this is from Busy Art. This is their Lemarius Etendo palette. Maybe that's a complaint. The name Lemarius Etendo. This palette was everything. It did everything I needed it to do. It was just great. It has great tones in here, mid-tones and a darkening tone, great shimmers to use, and you can go whichever way you like. You can go light, a little bit darker, you can go purple. I mean, it is just a great palette, and I just loved using it this month. It did everything I needed it to do and more. So this was number 1. Ooh, all right, y'all, that's it from my eyeshadow palettes ranking that I used last month. Stay tuned and make sure you subscribe, because coming up next week, I'll have my makeup basket and eyeshadows that I'll be using in this month of December. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. You are amazing. You are family, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until I see you in another video, stay fly, sis.